this point, we're going to take out the hammer screw. Set it aside. Now our hammer and hand move down. Rotate the hammer to the rear slightly. And I pulled the trigger forward to give me a little extra clearance so the hammer can come out. You can see the hand. Going to set the hand aside. There's your hammer assembly. But we got to put a couple sub-assemblies together first. First the mainspring and its seat and the mainspring guide. Mainspring slides on the mainspring guide. Now we've got to compress this, slide our seat on, and stick our captivator pin, in this case a small Allen wrench, through the hole. Okay, this can be tricky. We're going to try it without a vise. If you've got a vise, clamp the strut or mainspring guide in a vise, and then you can compress everything, slide the parts together. We're going to try it without a vise to start with, because not everybody's going to have a vise. What I'm doing is I'm going to brace my arm against the bench to keep things from twisting. Now, as you can see, as I compressed that, I cocked the seat over hard against the guide. The reason I did that, I got my arm braced against the bench, cocked it over, puts kind of a bind so things don't want to slip and go squirting all over the place. Again, not everybody's going to have a handy vise to do that. If I've got a vise, I almost always clamp that. It just takes that flopping around out of the equation. I can place the spring on here, then with the pliers the guide. Now, make sure the guide is in position like so, because it has to fit into a certain space on the frame. As a matter of fact, let me show you that now that we're talking about it. Push the center pin back as far as it'll go. Sometimes you've got to turn the cylinder just slightly. Center pin will slide all the way in. Center pin latch snaps into position. Center pin will not pull forward. I can hear the hand rubbing against the ratchet pads. This is a good thing. Close our loading gate. Bring our gun to full cock. We stay cocked. Our 3-screw old style Ruger single action revolver is now complete. You're ready to go cowboy action shooting. Let's take a look at the new style next.